Cadence Design Systems is a California-based company that specializes in designing electronic systems. They offer software, hardware, and patents to improve the design of stuff like semiconductors for businesses like AMD, IBM, Samsung, Nvidia, and a variety of interesting companies in exciting sectors such as 5G communications, aerospace, electric cars, and hyperscale computing. No idea what that is, but it's on hype. I feel like it's a reasonably safe bet to say that electronic system design, semiconductors, AI, all super trendy investment sectors, and will continue to be so in the future. So Cadence Design Systems is really nicely positioned in that area. Let's have a look at the financials. We'll be looking at data from 2018 to 2021, as well as the trailing 12 months, which is the 12 months leading up to the end of the second quarter of 2022. Over the past 12 months, Cadence Design Systems has generated a revenue of over $3 billion. The gross profit margin is around 90%, which is great, but not unusual for a software company as they have very low cost of revenue. Looking at the net profit margin, their values have been above 20% for the past couple of years, but in 2019 it was vastly superior, around twice as much. Why is that? Well, as you can see here in the tax provision section, they had a negative tax provision for that year of minus $500 million, which explains the artificial boost on their net income. So to have a more objective look, let's instead look at their pre-tax income. And the pre-tax profit margin has been solidly increasing over the past 4 years, on average 3% a year, which is a very good sign of a fast-growing company. Their revenue growth has been increasing between 9 and 14% over the past years, but this is even outpaced by their profit growth, which has been increasing between 20 and 30% a year. That's huge. Looking at the balance sheet now, we see that the current ratio is 177%. This means they're more than capable of covering the current debts, but I don't believe they'll face a liquidity issue anytime soon. Their free cash flow has been solidly increasing over the past few years, and today it's around $1 billion. The free cash flow growth has been above 20% for all years up to 2021. The trailing 12-month growth is only at 5.85%. It's unknown if they'll be able to make up the difference over the rest of the year. Their PE ratio is at nearly 67. This is a pretty high value, but also not necessarily unusual for tech companies in this current stock market environment. This metric is usually considered by investors to determine if the stock is fairly priced. In essence, it tells you how many dollars are you paying for $1 of the company's earnings. What should be taken into account is that the higher growth potential of the company is, the more investors are willing to accept a high PE ratio, as people expect the earnings per share to vastly grow in the future. Overall, Cadence Design Systems is a fast-growing company that operates in some of the most exciting industries. What's left to be determined is whether it will be able to impose itself as a major player in its industry and justify its current price of $188. I hope you found this interesting and that it motivated you to look deeper into the stock. This is just the beginning of a future series of turbo stock analyses. I hope to see you in the next one. See ya!